Okay there, folks. This is my second attempt at a live stream today. I did one earlier on, just a 10-minute or so live stream, but nobody was in there, and that's okay. It's such a nice day. I figure everybody's out playing in the garden. Maybe you're at the lake, maybe you're at the beach, or maybe you're just out enjoying the sunshine. So it is currently 1:54 p.m. Pacific time here on Salt Spring Island. Current temperature 21.8 degrees Celsius with 54% humidity. So a really beautiful day on the Southern Gulf Islands. Our B&B is open now, so we have people actually staying down in the accommodation. I can hear them down on the lower sun deck there. So I got to keep it down to a dull roar. Actually, I did talk with them just a few minutes ago. Very nice people. Their first time on Salt Spring Island, and they're loving it. They haven't been to the south end of the island yet, but they were just out kayaking at beachside. So they went out kayaking for a couple hours around the Three Sister Islands out of Ganges Harbor there. So it is a beautiful area to kayak, especially the ocean today. It's calm out there, and you don't want to go out there when it's choppy, but it is calm, and it's absolutely a pristine, beautiful, warm day here on Salt Spring. So good day to get out and about and hang out on the water, or maybe go for a hike, or maybe do a live stream. I just finished watering the garden, watering the nursery, and it is very dry out here. And looks like this high pressure system is going to be locking in for a while. So that means a lot more H2O we're going to have to put on the garden, which never is a good thing because we are in a well, and we have to water. We have to watch our watering. That's for sure, because we don't waste water. And there's signs all over the B&B accommodation. Please conserve water, because you do get people that tend to take long showers, and that's a really bad thing. That's a waste of water, especially when you're on a well. So um, last year we had a bit of a scare when our tank ran dry, our 1,200-gallon tank, but we thought the well had gone dry, but it is actually the float in there was busted, and it wasn't drawing water from the deep well into the fill up the tank. So it would cost us quite a few $100 to fix that. Anyway, hi Joe, late lunch, just getting it ready, right on. Yeah, I haven't even had lunch yet. Wendy and I were at the coffee shop this morning. She drove in her vehicle. I went for a motorbike ride, so I met her at TJ Bean's coffee shop, and I shot a little video in there, and then we stopped by our friend's nice garden. His lilies are in bloom, so actually I ended up shooting a video of his redwoods. He's got these two massive redwood trees in his garden, take up a good chunk of his part of his garden anyway. As you enter his garden, you see these two massive trees. He planted them back in the late 1970s, and they are towering giant redwood trees. But his garden is so fragrant. It's full of Asiatic lilies blooming, and they are so sweet scented. So I took a lot of photos. I didn't shoot any videos of his lilies, but got lots of photos that I posted in my gardening group on the internet. So hope everything's well up north there in where you are in the center of the province. Beautiful down here in the Gulf Islands, and it is Sunday, and man, the weekend goes fast. Man, I look forward all week to the weekend, and tomorrow back to the grind again. Yesterday we had cloud cover, and I really didn't feel like doing too much, so I did get on my radio and I talked to somebody up in the Yukon, and that was kind of nice because I haven't talked there for a long time. So talked to some guy in the Yukon, actually talked to him a couple of times, and today we're just hanging out around here, and Wendy's got people coming through the gallery. She just sold a bunch of stuff about a half hour ago. Sounds like there's somebody there right now. Sounds like there's some tourists. People come by in their bicycles up here, so they stop by. Nice, but rain keeps coming back. Yeah, we had a little bit of light rain yesterday, but it was not measurable. There was no real measurable precipitation. There's nothing in our rain gauge. And yesterday was cooler. I think it was only around 18 degrees, something like that. So right now is just about right. I like this temperature. It's just absolutely perfect. And you mentioned lunch. I'm getting hungry. And we're going to Hal's Saloon after. He contacted me. He says, come on down for a pint at the saloon. So we're going to be heading down to the saloon probably in about an hour or two. And I'll make sure to shoot a video of Hal's Saloon. It gets so warm there because he's got this kind of like glass roof over it, and it gets just toasty in there. It's actually really nice. Humidity's low, but it does get really warm in there. It gets up into the 90s, so up into the mid 30s, high 30s Celsius. But that's okay. He's out and put a fan on if it gets too hot. And you can always have a cold Molson Canadian, which is good. Here, Kahoo barking away. There's a buck, big deer hanging out over by the front gate, over by the gallery gate, wanting to get into the garden. So it drives the dog crazy. And if that buck gets into the garden, he is going to destroy the place. I was out there earlier when I got home from Ganges, and I was just working around the woodshed, and he was just standing there looking at me. The buck, just a huge, huge buck. So, gonna have a Bone Island coastline pale. Nice. Today I'm gonna have a sneaky weasel. Those are good. I like the Bone Island. They're quite nice. I like the apricot one a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna have a sneaky weasel. I did buy a couple of 6-packs of sneaky weasel and just stuck them in the fridge. I'm not a beer connoisseur. I really don't know a lot about beer. I just, on a hot day, I don't mind a cold beer. It tastes really good. In the wintertime and colder weather, I can't drink beer, man. There's people that drink it year round on cold winter days. I see them drinking it outside too. It's like, oh my God, on a winter day, they're pounding back a cold brewski. Not for this guy. I like it in a cold, frosty mug most of the time if I'm going to have one. But on a day like this, hey, a cold beer goes down good. And yeah, so I'm going to go to Hal's and have one. I might even have 2. I'll bring my own. I feel bad drinking his Molson, and usually I bring him a 6-pack when I go over there. I brought him a few 6-packs. I think I'll just bring my own beer today. I'll bring a couple of sneaky weasels. There's honey amber ale, that's Badger. And then there's the sneaky weasel. Look for the apricot. Yeah, it's hard to find the apricot. It's funny because one time I went, they had a lot of it, and there was it's a summer variety, and then next time I went, I could never find it again. My dad drank 8 to 9 per evening. Oh my God. Wow. You know what? I don't know if I've ever seen my dad drink beer. Maybe once when I was a kid, I saw him drinking Old Style when we had company, but Dad wasn't a drinker, and neither was Mom. They just never really drank. But yeah, that's a lot of beer. Holy, 8 per 9 per evening. Ooh, that is a lot of beer. I work with a guy like that. He drinks a lot of beer, and I think he probably drinks about that every night. And I told him, and he says, I'm not like you, Joe, where I can just have one beer and stop. He says, I got to keep drinking, and I got to drink a lot of it. And it's like, wow. So yeah, I can't drink that much, man. I'd be wasted. I'd be like totally out, and then I'd have a hangover the next day. So when I was younger, I used to pull off some crazy stuff like that. But now, as I'm getting older, 1 or 2 beer is probably just about good for me. And then at 9 o'clock, I'm ready to bag Z's. But I do get up early. You're gonna remember, I'm up at 5 o'clock every morning, so I'm an early riser. So I need my 8 hours sleep. Even 9 hours is good too, but I don't sleep in. I cannot sleep in. But yeah. Was your dad a skinny guy or was he a big guy? Did he have a Molson muscle? I mean, you thinking drinking that much beer, you'd have a beer gut, right? But some guys just don't get it. Like one of the guys I work with, he's small. He's a pretty small guy. He's 5'4", maybe 5'5", slim, and he doesn't have a beer gut. He'd probably never get one. But oh, there's the kitten. There's the kitty. This kitty is crazy. Come here, kitty. Come here. Kitty's climbing all over the place. Come here, kitty. You want to be on the live stream? This cat is growing fast. Come here, kid. I'm going to grab the kitten. Come here, kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. Come here, you. Come here. Come here. Okay. There's Kitty. Kitty just came running over and climbed up the chair. This thing is such a spaz, aren't you? Say hi to everybody. Hello. Yeah. Right over beside the tiki hut. See where the... Yeah. The B&B guests are wondering where the garbage can is. I might have to go over there and show them a garden tour. I think they wanted a garden tour. My dad was an average height, but rather hefty. Cute, yeah, it's a cute kitty. That's Krista's kitty, but I was over here running around, getting into trouble. Silly little cat. I'm going to show these guys the garden, so I may have to end this stream, unfortunately. And I'm just getting into. They're going to come and see the gallery, I think. Maybe they'll come onto the live stream and you'll see the guests. You'll probably see them walk by. Let's see. Let's check it out. Really nice couple, younger couple from Burnaby. They've never been here. It's right over here.
Is it over there?
It's right over here.
Oh.
Here it is right here. Check it out. Come here, kitty. This thing is such a spaz. Like it came running right up over the chair here. It's so tiny. Check it out. It's a little calico.
Hello.
See him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cute, eh?
Hey.
Yeah, calico.
So cute.
Yeah, it is super cute. Okay, I'm going to end this. Can Trekkie carpets for tuna survive? No. Well, depends. It depends on the age of the plant. -17 is pretty cold. You got to remember in the north, they're a zone 8B plant long term. There are some exceptions here in zone 8A, some nice ones too in sheltered gardens. Minus 17 is very, very cold. So I would say that would do some on a Trachycarpus, but it might not kill it. A mature one that's been in the ground for a long time. Looked like a Duluth tortoiseshell cat. Yeah, it is. It is a tortoiseshell cat. Yeah, and it is pretty cute little guy. He's just got to watch owls though. The owls peck those things off. There's eagles. Yeah, I might have to go soon. These B&B people. Stream, eh? I do YouTube live stream. Yeah, so we got some nice people staying from. You're from Burnaby.
Burnaby, New West.
I know where all the palms are in Burnaby and New West. Do you know Kingsway?
Yep.
Sila Souvlaki, the Greek restaurant.
Oh yeah.
You know those palms there? Big palms growing there. There's the tallest palm tree in Burnaby is on Rumble Street at 4241 Rumble Street. It's 30 feet tall. It's planted in if you ever buy there, it was planted in the 1960s. I know where they all are. I'm in the Palm Society, so I know where all the big palms are hiding.
Nice.
Used to be a big one on Grange and Willington too. You got to come to Salt Spring again, you guys. Nice people. She's checking out the kitty cat. So I'm going to, minus 17 is pretty cold for a Trachycarpus palm. Coldest these have ever endured here is 18 degrees Fahrenheit, just around 18 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's about as cold as we get here. Rumble Street is cool. Yeah, it's the tallest palm in Burnaby grows on Rumble Street. It is about 30 feet tall. It was planted, I think, around 1967, something like that. There were some big ones on Grange and Willington, but they cut them down. They're in an apartment complex. So can you believe that? People cutting down stuff like that. That's the one thing. If I ever sell this place, somebody might come in here and mow the whole garden down. You never know. People do stuff like that. I don't, man. I appreciate gardens. So anyway, I'm going to back on out of here right now. And I'm going to show these people around the garden because they wanted a quick little garden too. So this is a short 12-minute podcast. So I'm going to say cheers to you all. Thanks for joining in there. Thanks, Dave, for coming in. Sorry you missed the first one, but you got the second one. And I'll do one next Friday too. And you have a great day out there, everybody. Stay safe and enjoy the warm weather because it is a beautiful day here on the Southern Gulf Islands. If you ever get a chance, visit Salt Spring Island. I know Dave's been here. Great weather in Victoria. Palms in James Bay were awesome. Yeah, there's some nice palms in James Bay. James Bay is a very good microclimate. We're talking Zone 9A there. And I'm glad you did see them. There's some, the tall one there on Montreal and Ontario Street. And then if you go down to Fairfield, there's some big ones on Kipling Street and across. And if you could drive down Dallas Road, there's lots of palms too. Yeah. Go palm hunting there. I used to go palm hunting there back in the day. So lots of palm trees in Victoria. It's Canada's palmiest city besides Vancouver. Those are the two palmiest cities for sure. Nanaimo too. There's lots of big ones up there. All right, guys, you take care. I got to roll. I'm going to show these people around the garden and have a great day. And we will talk to you soon and see you later. Cheers.